Hello guys, it's Alfred here and let's play He Watch Me. He watch me. No, 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 he watch me. So let's play this. This is like, it's like novel I think. He's doing it and he's watching me. I can feel it. I can feel his eyes on me. The way they drag over my back like slugs, leaving a gross slimy trail that makes me shiver in disgust. I don't know where it starts. I don't know why this started. But it's been happening more and more frequently over the past few weeks. Every day I came into the class with hope that today will be the day he finally casts his attention elsewhere. To the teacher, to the board, to his notes, to anything besides me. But no, it's always me. Yeah, of course, it's always me. I sigh heavily. Why does it have to be me? Out of everyone in our school, out of everyone in our class, why did I become the focus of his attention? I'm nothing special. I don't excel in any particular subject and my grades are about average. I'm not into sports. I'm not into part of any clubs either. So it's not like I stand out from the crowd or anything. I have few friends and I get along with my classmates for the most part. Definitely not a popular kid but not a loner either. Plus, my new kid status wasn't around any longer. This is my third year here, so my time of being shiny and new was long over by now. It wouldn't make sense for that to be the reason. Thinking about that, though, reminds me of the reason we'll move. It was right after I had entered middle school, right after the incident, right after my condition worse. My hand reflexively went to my chest, laying on top of my heart as I focused on its breathing. Thump, thump, thump. Good. It's regular right now. Since we came here, our home life was quiet. No more loud, noisy neighbors, no more inner city smoke, no more late night knocks at the door, just peace and quiet. The occasional howl here and there, and the smell of the trees. But all peacefulness, all tranquility was ruined now thanks to the hymn. Every day I came to school was a day dread. I used to look forward to it. When I was younger, I would rush out of the house every morning with the anticipation of a new day coming in my face. Now, well, now I had only one thing guaranteed to me about my day. So what is it? He's staring. Tyler's staring. Tyler was this unassuming, low-profile sort of guy who sat in the back of the class with his baggy jeans and black hoodie combo on every day. Not someone I would go out of my walk to talk with, not even really someone I would try to avoid either. Well, until recently when I would catch him staring off me every other day, the days I didn't directly catch him, I could still feel it. His black, soulless, lifeless eyes watching me all the time, just watching me. I have no idea why he watches me. I have no idea what I must have done to garner his attention so intently. I just have no idea. I I count myself stopping my thoughts right there as I let out a long, slow, and shaky breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. I need to be careful, be mindful of my breathing. too quickly, and it may raise my pulse too quickly. And if my pulse is too high, I could prompt another episode. Episode? What episode is it? What is an episode? My hand dropped from my chest, holding its monitoring as I lean over to open my book bag and take out my notebook. Notebook. Miss Hemingway just came into the room and was tapping the board with her ruler to get everyone's attention, so class was beginning. Welcome the distraction. I wasn't necessarily thrilled about our first subject, but it gave me something to focus on other than the eyes that were glued to my back. What is it, guys? I sighed, leaning over my desk after putting away my pencil. That quiz took a lot out of me. I thought I was prepared for, but I've been read so distracted lately that I couldn't really focus. Since when did quizzes feel like exams? Hey, Sarah, do you think you did? Say Jessica, it's Jessica, my friend Jessica. She came over to me during the class break with a big smile on her face, and I could tell her that she must have had it easy with that quiz. I threw a rueful smile her way. I don't think I did very well, to be honest, I said. She leaned forward with a knowing look in her eye. You didn't study again, did you? No, she sighed, her long blonde hair swaying side to side as she disappointedly shook her head. You used to be better about this kind of thing. Has something been on your mind with the past few weeks, okay? Oh, if you only knew. My eyes scanned the classroom over to Tyler's desk. It was no wonder I was able to relax now he had left the room. The empty seat was a sight for very sore eyes, and even though I knew he would go on, when I turned to look, I still let out an internal sigh of relief at the sight, as if a part of me expected him to be there when I knew he wasn't. Since when he has made me feel this nervous just being in the same room with him. We've never interacted before. I can remember a moment where we'll meet each ever greet each other, which honestly makes this whole thing all the more suspicious. Again, I'm brought to the question of why me? Sarah? Jessica's hand waved in front of my face, bringing my attention back to her. Yeah? Did you hear what I said? No, sorry. What did she give a light sigh? I was asking if you'd like to come over this weekend. A huge grin spread across my face, and I could even feel the dark cloud of my paranoid thoughts dissipating already. I would love to see match my grin sitting up with a like bounce. Good. Be sure to bring your notebook. I'm gonna run equation with you until you can do calculus blindfolded. Wait, what? I surprised my first shone on the face because Jessica immediately started laughing. Ha 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 ha. Ha. You really didn't hear what I said a minute ago, did you? She placed her hand on my knee. Okay, she placed it like this. And then what? I had suggest we study together this weekend or have a sleepover. I've got some new co-op games and we can play after we hit the books. Don't worry, I'll be watching over you like your mathematical guardian angel. I smiled again, placing my hand on top of hers. Now, there's a thought. Funny how the idea of Jessica watching me didn't scare me. In fact, I adore the idea. If Jessica were the one I caught staring at me all day long, every day my heart would be pounding in elation instead of fear. It's so much better to be looked at by a sweet pretty girl than it is to be watched by some weirdo who never talks to anyone. You will an angel, you know. Her thumb brushed back and forth lightly on my knuckles and she tucked some of her hair back, the movement catching my eye. Oh, come on now. What's that some redness joining her freckles, or was I seeing things? I could feel my own face grow a bit warm too, and suddenly I had a hard time making eye contact. She drew her hand away to stand, and I realized to the other student had begun entering the room. Next class must be starting soon. I'll text you about details, okay? She made a phone sign with her hand, shaking inside her head before crossing the room back to her seat. I watched her out for a moment and could feel my smile tugging at the corners of my lips. Then, like a sudden storm cloud shading off the sun, I felt the shadow of a darkness shroud me and still all warm was a feeling from inside me. Dylan must have entered the room, and just like every other day this week, his eyes settled on my back immediately. I didn't need a term to confirm it, but I did anyway in spite of myself. I knew his head must have been just a second ago. I felt his eye on me so intensely. It could have been my imagination. Is it possible that Jessica is the one who is bad here and this one is a good guy? So let's continue about it. Yeah, there he was with his head down on his desk, hood drawn up to cover him. So I can set this. Hiding his piercing gaze and the dark bad shadow that made him look almost ghoulish on a daily basis, my pulse rang in my ear, mine somehow not confirming the fact that yes, he wasn't actively staring at me. Yet I was hyper awake, preparing to believe the sight before me. What a little relaxation and reprieve I had enjoyed in his absence went right out the window, and with it my adrenaline began pumping. My mother's voice echoed in my head. Deep breath, Sarah. You need to be the one in control. And I closed my eyes, focusing on my breathing. It would do no one any good if I slip into an episode right now. I absolutely cannot allow that to happen again, not after what happened last night. Let's breathe in and let's breathe out. The rest of my classes were lost on me as I attempted to keep my pulse and breathing under control. His eye returned to my back almost as soon as I turned around, which made focusing on anything outside of that incredibly difficult. Before I knew it, the final bell had rung and the day was over, so let's get home right now. Walking home from the was lovely this time of year. No, I pressed the wrong button. Walking home is lonely. The heat of the day had eased, making way up for the cool night air. Autumn leaves crunched under my feet, and I took the scent of wet grass from the rain earlier this week, letting it fill my lungs completely before letting it out. The light sound of crickets chirping and birds in distance calmed me, and for a moment I let my thoughts drift into nothingness, simply enjoying the breeze. It wasn't often that I had the opportunity for such space, especially nowadays, so I refilled it. No thoughts, but held empty. Honestly, by now this was so much more perfect for how paranoid my mind has been recently. Tyler was the only person, the only thing at all that occupied my mind morning, day, and night every day school day. I didn't want me thinking about him so frequently, but I couldn't help it. After I noticed him watching me, it was like he took over my every thought. No studying, no time spent with friends, no time spent with Jessica either, just him. I sighed. At least I was safe outside of school. Out there, on this lonely yet lovely street surrounded by tall trees, completely alone and totally content. Okay, his eyes saw me again. I tensed. stopped in my tracks. No way! The word left my lips before I had the thought to stop them, and I looked around me hurriedly, trying to spot the source of this uncomfortable feeling. It was as if I were a tiny mouse in the open and a hawk had just spotted me. I would recognize this oppressive feeling anywhere after the last few weeks. It had to be him. It felt exactly like Tyler's eye on me. Damn it! Was nowhere safe! I took a deep breath, trying to ease my heart as I prepared myself to look around me again. The goosebumps on my skin felt as if centipedes were crawling over me, their tiny needle-like feet pricking me down my arms. I shuddered, breathed in, then breathed out. My eyes flew anywhere and everywhere all at once, trying to spot him. Was he on the other side of the street? Was he just up the hill? No use. I don't see him. But just because I couldn't see him, but that doesn't matter, he can see me. Everything had quiet as I searched for him. The calming sound of far-off birds and crickets in the grass were gone now. Only an eerie silence remained as those creatures around me realized the danger that lurked somewhere in the shadows. Okay, there is a step here, and I heard footsteps from far off, clicking against the pavement, and I wasn't about to wait to confirm it was him for leaving. I turned, taking off towards home at a brisk pace. I couldn't run, I couldn't make it obvious. I knew he was there and that he was scaring me. Words from some Discovery Channel special fleet through my mind. Don't let a predator sense your fear. And I was his prey. I also couldn't make my already out of control was even higher risk on an episode. He's really going to take this one last safe place for me? The last refuge from his gaze, I tried to push as much distance between us as possible. I can't believe this. It's like anywhere I went, there he was. I go to the lunchroom a bit early to be too crowded. There's Tyler. After school in the highways, there is Tyler. Even when I try to go out of my way to avoid places at school I thought he would go, there is Tyler again. And now I can feel his eyes on me here, in the streets. They scan my body over and over again as if I were a broken record trying to read through my perfection to figure out who I am. What I am. Ooh, a twig snapping nearby made me jump and I increased my pace. I want to turn around with his gaze and make him stop. Just stop following me. But I couldn't. I was too scared. If he was following me like this on the street already far away from the school which led down to where I lived, was he trying to figure out where I live? Was he following me home? I was almost running at this point, trying to put distance between me and that horribly oppressive gaze. It didn't matter to me that this pace was straining my lungs and sending my heart rate skyrocketing. I'll make it home soon. If I make it home, then I'll be safe. This mouse wasn't about to become a half dinner. I'll escape that gaze. I will outrun those clouds that reach for my throat, reaching to pierce through and rip me apart. Yes, go ahead and stare, Tyler. No matter how much you watch me, no matter how you look, you're not going to learn anything. I'm not giving you anything to work with, and I won't become your prey. A week had passed since I was nearly followed home, and since then I've asked Jessica to walk with me most of the way so that I could feel safer. It definitely helped. Sometimes I would still feel the eyes on me, but I having her with me kept my mind of it well enough. But today, it finally happened. He finally made his move. Granted, I wasn't expecting his move to be like this, but I stared with Right as the folded piece of paper placed on my desk before I even entered the room, each message repeating over and over in my mind. Meet me behind the school at 4 p.m. We need to talk, Tyler. Saliva filled my mouth as if I were about to vomit. I pressed my lips together in a thin line, trying not to let the bile rise in my throat make me gag as I focused on my breathing. Let's breathe in and breathe out. He was directly asking me to meet with him. I would be a fool to actually go, right? This is obviously a trap. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Unless this could be the perfect opportunity to make him stop. Let's breathe out to finally get the root of the problem and ask him just why he's been watching me these past few weeks. Okay, I will go, if only to bring this to an end. I sighed as the bell rang, feeling relief as soon as most of the class was out of the room. Tyler along with them. It's only been half of the day and my nerves were getting this best of me. There's no way I could eat lunch, so I stayed in the classroom. At least if I stay here, I know I won't run into him in the lunchroom. Sarah? Jessica must have seen I was remaining in my seat and came over to check on me. Her expression clearly said that she was worried for me. When I asked her to walk me home, I hadn't told her why, just that I wanted to chat with her more and she took it over at face value. Or so I thought, but I knew she could tell something was bothering me now. You okay? Her hand gently lay on my shoulder and I knew there was no use hiding it anymore. No, not really, Jessica. I shook my head slowly as I answered. What's wrong? Is there any way I can help? She really was an angel. But I didn't want to get her involved in this just in case Tyler was really planning on hurting me. There was no way I could live with Jessica getting hurt too. So I told the half truth. It's not the full truth. I just told her a half truth. I'm really scared. I pour fire out in confusion before I continue. I feel like someone's been following me lately. Following me home. That's the real reason why I asked you to walk with me part of the way home. Actually, she stared at me for a moment before closing her eyes. Hmm. Then she dug her phone out of her pocket and began tapping away something. Have you heard of these apps for women walking alone at night? I blinked, a bit surprised. Hmm. That hadn't occurred to me. I vaguely remember seeing an awareness on somewhere online about one of them, but I've been so long that it never came to my mind. She pulled a chair over and sat next to me, showing me her screen. Here, look at this. The app she put up looked simple overall. It gave instruction on the main screen and had an option to go to the screen where for when you need help below it. I guess so that you didn't accidentally activate. Basically, you keep your thumb on the screen during a situation where you feel in danger. If your thumbs leave the screen, it waits a bit before sending your location and a distress message to someone in your contacts. We used to determine how long the wait is, but there was preset available for 1, 3, 5, or 10 minutes. If I was used to this, there was no real guarantee that help would arrive on time. I could very easily be hurt before anyone got to me. That thought made me shudder and I mentally shook it away, going back to looking over the app. At the very last, this will let me know how help is on the way. Sure, I need it. So I closed my eyes, taking a deep breath and slowly letting it out. If I'm able to keep control of myself, then there's a good possibility that should he do something to me that I might be able to prevent another incident. But then again, just the threat of danger is what caused it last time. Last time. It was the first time I slipped into an episode and I hope it's the only time that ever happens. I never want to relive what happened that day. I was practically out of my mind during the whole ordeal and only remember bits and pieces of it. It was awful. And that poor kid, he a hand softly landed on mine under the desk, and I opened my eyes, looking over to Jessica. She was staring at me, and I realized I hadn't said anything this whole time. This looks like it could help. She smiled. I hope so. The families know that I'll come to your side no matter what time of day it is. She strained her back, puffing out her chest like a hero. If I get in the lead, I'm finding you immediately, okay? What an angel, my hero. I smelled her and laced my finger with hers. Gosh, she's really like an angel. Thank you so much. Oh no, I could hear my throat clenching up. I don't want to cry right now. Now, when I'm feeling so relieved to have her support, I quickly closed my eyes, not wanting the tears to fall, and I felt Jessica scoot closer to me. Her hand moved to carefully hold the back of my head, and then the next thing I knew, I felt lips press against my temple. My my eyes fully opened and not quite believing what I was feeling. Jessica kissed me, but there was she kissing my head. I stammered out her name a bit louder than I expected, making the both of us jump, but she didn't move from where she was. It's a protection charm. What? Though I couldn't see her face, I could hear now how frustrated she was as her voice shook lightly. I don't want you going anywhere unprotected, so I'm casting a spell. I show Guardian Angel. My lips pressed into the thin line before a smile spread across them yet again. My heart felt like it was soared up into clouds of which she must have fallen form. She backed away and finally I could see the blood that was on her cheeks which mirrored my own. You know, I'm here for you, Sarah. Seriously, how is everything made better than when you're near? I know, thank you. We stared at each other for a moment and I wondered if she might kiss me for real this time. Not on the side of my head, but on my... Wait, so this was like this. Suddenly there was a noise out in the hallway and we quickly pulled apart from each other, awkwardly looking anywhere else in the room as the bell rang out. So, before we continue, I want this to stop at this video, so we might want to watch it over tomorrow. We saved the best part of this novel, right? So let's end it and see you in the next video, guys. Bye!